no, stop. Look, I've seen this enough times, and I just think I really did a bad job at explaining what on earth is going on here. So, why don't I do a little tutorial on teaching you how Epilogue mode works, alright? Hello everyone and welcome back to those nights at Warriors Free Infinite Cycle, where today I'm going to be doing a little reaction / tutorial video on Epilogue mode of that game. And I must say, look, I'm sort of half joking with the intro. Like, okay, it's not that bad. Like, what I did for the phone call video for this isn't as bad as what I'm making out to be, of course. I mean, I hope you guys really enjoyed this phone call video. I love this phone call video. It's probably one of my... This is just as good as what I typically put out, really. But, and not my favourite by... No any of my favourite by far, but is really... I'm happy with how it came out and the fact I was able to show you pretty much everything in this game to an extent. So... Originally, I will confess, I was going to just end it here, when you just see Peach dead. I was originally just going to end it there. I was originally just going to have it, you know, I'd show off all the phone calls, show the good ending, and then bang, end. That was what I was going to do. Because I couldn't beat Epilogue mode. I couldn't, like, after trying, like, the first 2 or 3 nights Epilogue mode, I knew how hard it was going to get, because it was... Already, I was struggling so much in night 3 of Epilogue mode. Maybe it took me like half an hour or more. I didn't want to keep going into something that might not be worth it, so I didn't bother. But then I looked up just the ending bits of those nights at Warriors, and I'm like, okay, there seems to be a couple of bosses coming up I would like to show, and there seems to be a lot of daytime quests I would like to show, so I'm going to keep going. And I'm so happy I did, because those bosses at the end made everything worth it. Honestly, like, showing off, like these boss fights right here, like, seriously, these boss fights were absolutely incredible, and I'm so happy that I was able to show them off. So, big shout out to Mr. L for making something like this, because that's incredible. Unfortunately though, in order to get to that, you still have to beat Epilogue mode. And unfortunately, Epilogue mode took me about... It took me 4 hours to beat Night 4 and 5 alone. And that's why this was so hard. And that's why I really wanted to show off me beating Night 5. I ended up deciding to speed it up. Just because, just showing all of my Night 5 win in one just normal pace... I thought that was too boring, and I didn't want the video to go any longer than it really needed to, because I knew the video was going to be massive, and it was about an hour and 15 or 16 minutes or something. So I said no to that idea. So what I ended up doing was speeding it up. So, which was this thing where I just did I played the Maniac. Well. This is the song when you do lab mode in Maniac Mania. It's part of Sonic's Maniac Mania, and that's the song I used here, because this is honestly nuts. This mode is nuts, and it really is. Like Night 5, there's 10 people in, and you're in this, and given there's like literally, hang on, I'll give you a good feel of the map in a minute. Okay. Oh my god, seriously, come on. It's too fast, dude. Come on, bring up the map link. There we go. Alright. So, you start here, in the office, in the middle. And that is... And seriously, so the way this works is there was literally you get 2 new people in every night. Night 4 was when it would just go pitch black. And it's very similar to 5. If you've played Five Nights at Warriors Origins, which was made by the actual creator of Five Nights at Warriors, which is WWW Wario, you can this mode plays a lot similar to the, I don't know, it was a 2018 version of 2018 mode of that game, where you verse all the viruses, and also similar where night 4 and 5 you'd have the lights would cut out in the building and you'd have to use only your flashlight. Same here. Now with night 4 and 5 you'd only have your flashlight to use. And that made things so much more difficult. Oh my gosh. It took me 3 hours to beat night 4 and probably 1 hour to beat night 5, just because night 5 wasn't really any more difficult than night 4. Night 4 was really just having to do the flashlight thing was ridiculous. Night 5, on the other hand, there was nothing really more added in. It was just literally the only two things that were added in was the virus was Demon Wario, which I don't know if I saw. There he is, there, that thing. Which all you do is just you bring up your scanner thing and you just shoot them away. Which you just press that blue button on the scanner thing and you just shoot them away. And the other one is there's Demon Bruno, or Demon Costumed Wario, I should say, and he's just in the office, and that's when I decided. And then I decided the main strategy: never go back to the office. There's two people who can kill you in the office, and that is Toad and that is Bruno again. And I never bothered going back there at all. So Toad's basically going to be crawling on the ceiling in the office, and you have to just push him away. If you don't, then if you go back to the office and if you don't, next time you go back to the office, he just kills you instantly. So you have to sort of visit the office, or the main room. It's not an office, it's just it's the main room with the doors, I should say, but whatever. You have to visit there quite often in order to get rid of Toad. And that's why I decided it's not worth it, given now that Bruno is also another thing you have to deal with in there. I'm just deciding, nope, not going to happen. So, I'll show you sort of the run. So let's just get the run going, and then I'll show you how this works. It's still nuts. It's still nuts. And what made this actually really... something that made this run really fun was because the nights are typically random. You wouldn't get the same run every time. You think every time you do it, it would be completely random, but I'll get to that in a minute. But I could just show you how he managed to do it. Now, honestly, I did love me doing a little story of Epilogue mode, because I could have... The original plan was just go from Peach dead to next thing you know, Link's in the office with the note. That's literally what I was going to do. I was going to go from that to that, but then I decided, no, I need a bit of background story of why he's even there. Because it just wouldn't... The note doesn't describe enough. And so I just made up the story that he bought the... Well, it does say on the note that he bought the mansion, but I sort of went with a story as to why he would. It's not very canon, but I just thought, hey, here's a theory on why he would buy the mansion and why he would go back. So there you go. Sort of what I did. Yeah. Alright. Okay. So yeah, this is very hard to imagine. So I'm just gonna stop and pause this video a lot, just to get the feel of things. Now, the first thing you want to do is you start in the main room, but you want to go to there, or to here. Sorry, to the back room right here. So you want to just go straight there, and then you get this music box, which is the thing. Unfortunately, there's Mario in the bathroom. The bathroom is actually in the bottom. Is in the very bottom left of the map. So Mario is actually here, and if you don't deal with him, then he'll just instantly kill you, pretty much. I mean, he'll basically catch up with you in a room, and he will just murder you. So you have to go deal with Mario as well, which if Mario wasn't in at all, this would be very, very easy. You wouldn't have to even move most of the time. So honestly, it's ridiculous. Alright, so you start by getting the music box, and there's also the cabinet is where you get your flashlight battery as well. Right, and then you go back to here, and then you pretty much are waiting for Wario to come and get you, because Wario always starts in the very bottom. Every time. He always will start there. That's fixed. He's going to always start there. And basically, I'm just waiting for him to come to the bottom right, like one room away from me. And then, so he's there now. So he's in that bottom right now. So then I would just wait for him to get to the next room, and then I'd shut the door. And so he can't enter through that way at all. So the way the doors work, they open up. So once you shut a door, it will stay shut for one whole in-game hour. And there's nothing you can do about that. You can't. That's just a game mechanic. So, and also why the office is pretty useless. But yeah, and I can typically just get Wario to chase me around the building, do loop-de-loop. Lucy will go on a wild goose chase, but I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Alright, so then once Wario's over there, you just want to get Mario out of the way. I mean, that gives you time, because Wario's basically the one chasing you, so he's gonna come like down, down, down. And so you gotta just get Mario quickly while Wario's coming. So, and then I use the radar to check how far Wario is away. You really don't have much radar battery, so I end up running out very early in this run, but still managed to survive, luckily. Alright, so then literally you just make a mad dash back to here and get more flashlight battery, and then you literally stay up here for the entire run. Or you try to. I mean, you try to stay. So these two rooms are your safe zone, pretty much. Like, being here is the most safest part of the room. Like, being here is even more safe than being in the office, because as I said, you got Toad and Bruno Gate waiting for you in the office, so never go back to the office once you're out the first time. Like, never go back. It's not worth it. Do not. So, anyway. So then Luigi showed up in that top right one, and then I just have to play this little mini game where I just have to close the ads before he kills me, basically. But it literally is just close the ads while he kills you. Now, so him and Ashley as well, they do their little mini games, and while that's going, Wario can't be coming for you. So pretty much it freezes everyone outside of this mini game, I suppose. So Wario can't move while you're dealing with Luigi and Ashley. So it's good, which is good, but time will be still going, so that's also good. So this is a good way to kill time, but you still need to be good at this, because I have died to Luigi a couple of times, just through sort of stupid misclicks, really. Just gotta be quick at it, and eventually I just got good at it, and it didn't bother me anymore. Like, once you get good with Luigi and Ashley, there's nothing to worry about, really. Alright, so now, all I'm doing now is Wario is now there in that bottom right, and then once he gets to here, then I'll go back to here, and then he'll move back to here. So, basically, I'm just going to be doing a little dance with Wario, pretty much. So, if you're in... The thing is, if you're in this room, Wario goes left. And if you're in this room, Wario will go right. So I'm basically just making Wario go left, right, left, right, left, right for a while. And that kills a lot of time. And then once I feel like Mario's about to come out of the mirror again, I'll go back there. But yeah. But Mario isn't even that aggressive on night 5, so you don't have to worry about him too much. You can literally spend one in-game hour just being up here forever. So yeah, anyway, so I move back, get some more flashlight, move back again, and then move back again. So let's just put back forth. You just got to watch out for Peach. She showed up just a tiny bit there. So I'll show Peach a sec. So she showed up for like a second here. Yeah, so there she is. Oh wait, hang on. Yes, there she is. So she's fading in. So you have to get out of the room when she's coming in. You have to do it fast because she's not very generous. I died to Peach a lot because she honestly sometimes won't give you any time to get out of the room before you notice her, so that's not very fun, but whatever. Once I learnt where Peach can appear in all the rooms, it wasn't that big a deal. Alright, so got out and then went straight back, just so that way I still have Wario on that cycle. So Peach is going to be the one that ruins pretty much which way Wario's going to go, because while I'm switching rooms quickly, Wario might jump somewhere else, and I can't really help that. So anyway, I just stayed up here for a fair while. And then I was just waiting for Peach to show up, or Wario to show up. So this sometimes doesn't always work. You're gonna have runs where Wario will just randomly decide to not stay where he should. So sometimes he'll just be sneaking up on the left, and I wouldn't even know. And that's why I used to scan and always make sure he's down there, because sometimes he does get the jump on me, and that doesn't help. Or sometimes I stay too long in a room, and then while I'm there, he's going. That's why you gotta be constantly changing rooms, otherwise he's just gonna come for you. Next thing you know, he's on your ass. Alright, so now I felt it was a good time to go get Mario again. And the way to get Mario is that's why you got the music box. You just play the music while in the bathroom, and then you go. I believe in Origins you could play the music anywhere in the whole building and it would back off Mo. Not here. You have to actually be in the bathroom to make him go away. I think. Unless someone wants to test that for me. Hope you do. If someone wants to say otherwise, then so be it. Alright, and then literally the strategy is just stayed the same. I literally just went back and forth, back and forth. So that was Dry Bowser. So Dry Bowser can't see you, he can only hear you. So if you use the scanner at all when he's in the room, then you die. So he was a bit of a nuisance because I couldn't check where Wario was at times because he was there. But whatever, it wasn't. He's not that big a deal. It's very easy to avoid. Anyway, as I said, just back and forth, back and forth. It's not that. It's just this is what I do. And there's Luigi again. So another bit of a wasting time. Alright, now go back to get Mario. Now, there is times when Wario is going to be a jerk, and he's going to come through the middle, not down the bottom. And that's when I really started to panic a lot. And there was a lot of runs where he would do that, where Wario would come through the middle, because again, the doors will all open after one in-game hour. So after 2 AM, all the doors will be open at all times. So he's able to come through that middle. And that really stuffs me sometimes because then I have to go back the long way and potentially have to confront Ashley that way and other stuff. So yeah. So again, I'm just staying up here. Nothing new. So that was Yoshi. So he's going to be in one of the two left hallways, and you just have to hide in the closet when he's coming running at you. It's very easy to avoid. I wouldn't worry about him at all. Alright, so somehow I'm actually now going around the other way. Now, I can only assume that was because Wario decided to be a jerk, and he's going up on the... he's now coming up on the left. Yeah, so he is. So, I'm pretty sure Wario is coming on the left. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's not. Yeah, I think he was. I don't know. I couldn't see. I couldn't tell. It's too fast to tell. But honestly, the only time you'd ever want to go down this way that I'm taking is if Wario was coming up on the left. Because then I can't go back on the left because he's just going to kill me. Anytime you run into Wario, it's an instant game over. So, yeah. Anyway, so... since Wario's coming on the left, I have to go the other way, and therefore I ran to Ashley. Now, the only thing Ashley does is... it's kind of like... in Five Nights at Candy's 3, where you would do the flashlight battle against the rat and the cat and the clown. If any of you played Five Nights at Candy's 3, that's pretty much what this was. It's just literally shine your flashlight on Ashley for a good, maybe 20 seconds. So she would keep moving around the room, and you have to keep finding her and flashing your light on her. Otherwise, she'd just instantly kill you. So yeah, there's a lot of things that can just instantly kill you and just ruin your run. And just so you know, while Luigi was there, in that room, that's what the four-arm purple thing was. So that's Waluigi. And all he does is, if you are in the room for too long, he will kill you, basically. Or you just have to, you go in the room, you turn off your flashlight, and then he'll go away. Or either you can just, literally I just rush past him, so he doesn't have time to kill me, so it doesn't matter anyway. So I never had to like stay in the room that he was in anyway, so I would just run past him as I did then again. Okay. But anyway, I think that's nearly the end of the run. So I'm almost out of at this point I'm almost out of scanner battery. So what was another problem was that Demon Warrior would also steal some camera battery every time you send him away. So, scanner battery, I should say, sorry. And that drains your scanner battery very quickly. And unfortunately, you're probably never going to be able to run where you don't run out of scanner battery. If you want to survive anyway. Okay, so now pretty much I was just having Wario follow me. So, hang on, I'll just show... hang on, wait for it. So now I'm there, and then... so I knew Wario was coming, so so Wario is now up the top. So he's going to be following me that way, that way, that... oh, hang on, I can't be pointing. So that way, he's going to come to here, and then here, and then here. So I'm basically now, I have no scanner battery left, just making Wario chase me one room at a time. So hopefully Like, if I go there, then he'll go there, then I go there, and he goes there, and I go here, and then he goes there, and always making sure he's one room behind me, and that's it. Even though it's just a guess, I don't know how fast he goes, I don't know how long you have to wait, but I just made an educated guess. Anyway, so yes, that thing ran out of juice, and then, bada 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 bum. So now it's just going very slowly, making sure Wario is around here at this point. So then I went to the next room, and then Wario probably went to here. Now, what the worst thing that could have happened, and probably could have ended this run, was if Wario decided to go in the middle. And then he would have met me here. And I was terrified that was going to happen. I was literally... So, that crunching noise was Waluigi, but because I don't have my flashlight on, it doesn't matter. Also, the other problem I was facing was, if I ran into Ashley, I had no flashlight battery left. So I couldn't flash her in the face, and she would have killed me as well. So that would have been really bad too. So there was two things that really could have gone wrong here, is Wario or Ashley, and neither did happen, so it was good. Anyway, so hiding from Yoshi, I then could only assume Wario's around here, because if he went through the middle, I would have been dead, as you can imagine, because that's one room away. So I can only assume Wario's around here or here, at this point. Okay, hoping that Wario is probably going to be... we'll get some flashlight battery, which is nice. Again, I'm not making any noise, so dry Bowser's not going to kill me. I don't have my scanner thing at all, so whatever. Now, that could have... So, if it didn't clock off then, I would have been probably lucky, because again, Wario might have gone through the middle there as well. I don't know if he did, but look, I don't know if he was literally one room away from me from dying there, but oh well, I'll take the win. So yeah, and that's how Epilogue mode works. So I hope I didn't go too fast. Let me know in the comments how if you still need to know, like, if you have any questions about how to beat this, or any like questions about how some characters work, but we don't need to watch this again. Yeah, and so I'm happy to answer them. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for another videos in another place at another time. Bye.